So all these malpractices, our people have to be watchful so that nobody takes advantage of the consumer.
A knowledgeable citizenry, then that acts as a bulwark against exploitation of the consumers.
So much for your valuable message. Now I accordingly invite Secretary Department of Consumer Affairs, Government of India.
Do the capacity building of the members of the district commissions and state commissions. So far we have conducted one physical training program and
this is a consumer-centric conference. Thank you very much, Mr. Sahi, and all the dignitaries on the dais, all the dignitaries of the dais, participants. I was wondering why Mr. Sahi was so apologetic after mentioning Telangana. The reason is consumerism is global. We have crossed all borders. Whether it is digitally, physically or otherwise, Telangana is also part of Andhra Pradesh, born out of Andhra Pradesh. He also mentioned that you are a captive audience, but you are a captive audience in independent India when Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is being celebrated. He also of 1949, which is still pending in the High Court of Calcutta. So Nalagunda, please don't feel discouraged, but please dispose it off. Thank you very much. We live in a world of expectations. Consumers expect trustworthy action on behalf of those who supply things to them. So this is a world of creating that trust, maintaining that trust and sustaining the trust through our organizations. We are somebody who is trying to maintain that trust and to sustain the faith of the public in the system. I really congratulate you, Mr. Singh. Of the number of consumers is a positive indicator of faith in the system. It is a city of destiny. Let us begin to realize that destiny. It begins from Visakhapatnam. Thank you very much, State of Andhra Pradesh, for hosting this conference, and the hospitality that you have extended is outstanding. My introduction to this consumerism goes back 50 years back. One of my uncles who resided in Varanasi, whenever he used to visit there, since Mr. Singh is closely connected to Varanasi, is a product of the Banaras Hindu University, Varanasi, there is a very old sweet shop in that city, very famous, which began with the tricolor burfi in 1947, and that is known as Ram Bhandar. So my uncle, whenever he used to visit, always get a packet of sweets packed for the relatives. So the person who used to go and purchase that packet, 1 kg pack, looking well packed, beautiful. After 10 years or so, what was discovered that he always used to get 900 grams packed in that 1 kg box. This is my first experience as a consumer, and this is what we are trying to check, eradicate, and of course make the system more workable. Today, friends, you can very well imagine we are surrounded by giants like China. Geopolitically also and economically also, we are facing those challenges, but we are answering them on an equal footing. And we are able to answer this because 140 million people, when they stand together, they mean something to the world. It is 1/5 of the world. We are here to protect the interest of these 140 million people, not only these people, but as I said, cross-border, because as people are buying Chinese goods these days are not far off when people will be buying Indian goods. Perfection through technology and through legal methodology as well will establish more faith not only in the consumers in India but abroad as well. The mindset, as you all know, if it is a Mercedes-Benz from Germany, you will presume that it is perfect and it will not suffer from any infirmity. But if it is a Nano from India, your mindset is what? Doubt and at times deceit. This mindset is now to be changed through our system. Perfections, to what extent? There your study is more important. You have to take the help of technology, you have to understand it and then say what is perfect. This will instill faith and change the mindset of the people. When we were young, watches from Japan, textile from Japan, so many foreign items, least said the better. Today, you go to United States, we were standing in a store there, and one of my friends who was accompanying me said, "What is this?" "This is made in Bangladesh." "What is this?" "This is made in Indonesia." "This is in Vietnam." "This is steel utensils made in India." So he suddenly, out of just curiosity, asked him, "Do you have anything made in United States?" The answer was, "Sir, sorry sir, look to some other store." The consumers here have now changed their mindset. The reason is that India itself is now trying to project its own authority. And this authority, of course, comes in question before us as well through legal methods. There we have to be careful. A comparative study at times leads to illusions. But is it meeting our own standards? The standards that we have fixed? This challenge, because our purpose is to see to it that whatever is being consumed in India, consumed by Indians, meets those standards and of course generates that faith in the system. There was some talk about advertisements also. On the lighter side, I was just very keenly watching the advertisements here, and one of them was by a girl eating chana jo garam. And that chana jo garam was packed in a newspaper. And today the newspaper headlines says that the FSSAI has issued directives that consumables should not be offered in newspapers. So we have to be careful what is being done and what is being perceived, but technological developments should not be ignored at all. This is here where we as adjudicators find it difficult to cross. Some classes of cases were mentioned by Mr. Rohit Kumar Singh. There is one very important class of cases which all of us face, and that is medical negligence. Medical negligence cases are the toughest because it is very difficult for you to understand how medical negligence can be assessed. I am mentioning this in the opening session itself because India is now becoming a hub of medical tourism. Foreigners are coming from all over, and I have witnessed many cases at the National Consumer Forum itself, where a couple of cases have been lodged by foreign nationals from United Arab Emirates or something like that, calling in question the medical negligence of our hospitals. So this area of medical negligence needs expertise, which is not exactly possessed by you. I have seen many members attempting to define diseases, at times imposing their own personal opinions, which in my humble opinion should be avoided, and one should take the help of experts in this field. We are taking decisions. As adjudicators, please remember, nothing is final. At least the legal principles, they are not absolute. They are all susceptible to change, because there was once a time when Deshi ghee was supposed to be one of the best mendicants for many things. Later on, you had all that history of cholesterol pouring in to virtually denigrate the status of ghee. Now what has happened now? It is just the reverse. It is found as one of the best and purest form of oil consumables. So you have to be careful that even in medical science, there are changing moods, changing theories, and therefore you have to be very cautious when you come across these type of cases. Well, insurance, a very peculiar case. A bank, I'll not name the bank, but the bank negotiates in mortgaging jewelry, and which is known as gold bonds. One fine morning, the person who had mortgaged jewelry finds something else when the package is brought forth. Now that case comes forward, and now a criminal case also parallelly goes on. The criminal case seizes those ornaments and makes it case property and sends it to the forensic science laboratory. And it keeps on lying there for years together. What does the Consumer Commission do? How does it come to the aid of such a consumer? This is also one of the peculiar challenges which you might have to face at times. But the most important is what Mr. Rohit Kumar Singh rightly mentioned, the dark web, the digital platform, the cyber modes of transaction, whether you call it e-commerce or whether you call it by any other technical name. Where is that expertise with you? How do you face that challenge? My request to all of you is, please do not hesitate to consult experts on this. And this I learned when I was there as a director of the National Judicial Academy, when we organized programs on artificial intelligence. Experts came all over, not only in India but from the world, to tell us that, look here, this small instrument of a mobile that is possessed by you is the cause of all trouble.
That is being stated. So NTH has just started an exercise of testing the batteries for the drone. Is it of the right quality? Will it work as it is being set to work? So NTH is also starting a new trade test, school bags also, which are giving to children. One of the states is present here. We got an offer from Tamil Nadu to check this quantity, which is done by our friend sitting here of legal metrology. It's something which it is a concurrent list on the part of the constitution. So we have officers in the state government which do. The legal framework is decided by Government of India in consultation with the state government.